Hey guys, John Cochran here, and we have a phenomenal podcast headed your way. I'm right here in Columbus, Ohio, and I'll tell you that me and my good friend and attorney, Jeff Watson, we've been in Columbus all day working with you and working for you as a real estate investor, because you can see right here behind us, that's the shoe. This is where the Buckeyes play, and what we're doing in our podcast that is up and coming is we're talking all about how you as a real estate investor can have the perfect playbook to win as a real estate investor and win big, whether you're wholesaling, whether you're rehabbing, prehabbing, building wealth, no matter what you're doing, we're building the playbook for you. It all starts here. These are the things that work in today's market. You're going to love what we did in here. We're going to go start making some money. Here's how you do it. Jeff Watson is by far the best real estate attorney in this business when it comes to talking real estate and wholesaling and the legalities of this and what every single person is doing wrong. You got to register for this webinar.
Hello, we have Starbucks. Starbucks.
Starbucks. Come on in, brother.
What's up,
Good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on air.
I'm on air. Great. Come on in, man. Come on in.
To bonus for the first action takers. I'm sorry?
Okay. All right, cool. We're getting ready to roll. Let me get this thing up.
I was interviewed once by a financial reporter out of a magazine out of Philadelphia, and she asked me a question about how can I sort out who's a good wholesaler and a bad wholesaler, and my quick answer was check the public record to see if that company that's trying to buy your house cheaply or trying to buy a house quickly as a wholesaler, see how many deals they've actually closed on, how many times have they taken title. Because if they've never taken title, turn around, run away from them, get away from them, they don't know what they're doing, they're jokers. If they've got a long list on public record of how they've bought so many different houses, then you know you're dealing with somebody legit. And the other thing is it gives you credibility in the eyes of regulators and investigators.
Yeah.
It means you've got money to close deals and you are legit. You're buying and you're reselling what you own, and it is completely 100% legal all across America to buy a house and then resell it however you want to because you now own the house.
The easiest way to get out of trouble, just never get in it. Just never get in trouble.
You're putting your family at risk. So let's go back over this. What does a felony mean? It means you can't vote. It means you can't own a gun. It means you can't pass a simple background check. It means that you have a hard time applying for government assistance. It means there's certain types of government assistance you can't get. It means there are certain kinds of jobs that you can't get. It will be haunting you on your record for life. It will be ruining the rest of your life.
We're getting ready to introduce the Real Estate Investors Playbook. We've worked so hard on this, and I'll tell you the content that we're bringing to real estate investors throughout the entire country, things that you cannot find anywhere else, Jeff and I are delivering right here into the Real Estate Investors Playbook podcast.
Jeff, why don't we kind of go through some of the things that a real estate investor would do in order to get started in their mind.
Well, yeah, in their mind, they've got this overwhelming amount of things that they think that they need to have to do. Everything from getting their entities set up right, getting an accountant, finding real estate agents, finding private money, hiring a lawyer, learning how to do all sorts of different kinds of deals. And this is right here where I'm going to throw the cautionary thing out. Don't learn how to do 15 different kinds of deals.
Right.
Learn how to do 1 or 2 kinds of deals really good. Save the rest of that money on your education right now, okay? Learn how to do a couple of these different kinds of deals really good. Learn how to wholesale real good. Learn how to rehab really well, and that's enough, okay? Or learn how to wholesale, learn how to manage property. Those are 2 good things. Leave that alone. but they want to learn how to rehab, how to do subject to, how to manage properties, how to create land trust, how to buy mailing lists, how to do direct mail. They want to learn how to structure owner finance deals. They want to learn how to do podcasts. They want to build websites, all this stuff, and it's overwhelming. It's too much.
It's not just overwhelming, dude. And really, in reality, when you look at this, and I get it from a newbie standpoint, I get it. You're brand new, and don't get me wrong. I invest in my education every single day.
Yep.
Jeff invests in his education every single day. It's so important to do. But I just see too many real estate investors. They want wealth, they want freedom, they want everything that real estate will give them.
But they go into the slavery of debt and no money in order to try and get there, and it makes no sense.
Well, what they do is they focus so much on, having to know, I've got to go out there and find a lawyer, I've got to get a corporation set up, I've got to go out there and get a good accountant, I've got to go out there and raise funds. And they start thinking about all this stuff I got to do. But in reality, they miss the one thing that they really got to do.
Oh, I know. And they run out. They have, John, over and over and over again, they have run out of money, and they don't have any resources to do the two things that they're designed to do. Get deals and execute on the deal. Find the deals, market for them, and do the deals.
And see, that's so interesting that we're having this talk right now, because I run into too many investors, and that's what they think. I've got to do all this, I got to do all this, I got to do all that, I got to structure this, I've got to do that. And I just sit there and look at them. They come to me, and I just sit there and look at them like, no, you don't have to do any of that. Go out there and find deals, and then we'll worry about saving money on taxes when you actually have that problem. Right? You don't need to fix a tax problem that you don't even have right now. You don't need to protect assets that you don't even have at this point. Let's go out there and find deals first and start accumulating wealth and start doing deals, and then we can move on to it. So, Jeff, let's go back to this, because this is good.
Because we can split this into two podcasts, and I think we should. So let's go back to the front half.
So what we talked about, obviously episode number 3, overcoming the problem created by investors. It's when they spend all of their money on, how to do deals, but then they're broke to not having to do any deals.
To market for the deals.
So what do? Like, what is their only option that an investor has? They're broke.
Well, they've got a couple of options. Number one is that they put everything on pause and try and go get some more money, go deeper into debt, work their other jobs and so on, and then scrape up some money to go marketing, or and I don't want them to do that, or they could do something else that is so profoundly simple but effective. And that is, they can take this newly acquired knowledge that they have, and they can start to try and create relationships and create more relationships and introduce themselves to more people. Get to meet more people. Start networking more. Start building relationships so that they can start getting deals referred to them.
So this is interesting, because obviously you just went through the two options, right? The first option is you can go out there and put things on pause. You can go out and get more money, and I guess you subconsciously think that if I go out there and put things on pause, and if I can go out there and get another 30 grand and learn this next newest whatever, that one deal that I get from it's going to cover it. Yeah. But that deal never comes.
They never come. Oh, they never come. But I'm going to touch on something else here, and this is one of my pet peeves. This is one of my pet peeves, and folks, you're going to hear a rant, okay? Just hang in there. I watch too many people way too soon prematurely think that they're going to become a full-time real estate investor. I got news for you. Real estate investing should start out as a side gig, a side part-time job.
Yep.
It should start out part-time. You should not give up your full-time gig. You should not walk away from any steady income sources that you have. Instead, you should be trying to replace that steady income with part-time investment deals. You're going to be smarter and better for it. Now, but we get people who have prematurely jumped off the bridge, and they have not yet secured their parachute to themselves. Hopefully, they've got a handle on one of the shoulder straps of their parachute. Hopefully, they got a hand on it, and they got to figure out how to get that parachute on, get it buckled in, pull the cord before they run out of air.
Yeah.
So let's talk to those people right now. They're running out of air as they listen to us right now.
I'll tell you,
They need deals.
this is my freaking wheelhouse. Like this is me. And you know, I'll tell you that I went back in 2015 and I looked at all of the deals that I had done, you know, in that time frame, you know, basically since time. And I looked at that and I wanted to know a couple things. Number one, how many deals did I do? And I put this onto a spreadsheet. And then most importantly...
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah?
You just did something that way too many investors never, ever, ever do.
Know their deals.
Track their deals.
Track their deals.
If you like that, you haven't seen anything yet, you got to stay glued to our emails, stay glued to Wholesale Reformation for brand new podcasts that are going to blow your doors off for real estate investors. It's the entire playbook.
Mm-hmm.